Tonight, Local 2 investigates the death of a deputy constable and the punishment for the drunk driver who killed him. The family of the officer is furious, saying that Constable Ron Hickman betrayed them by supporting parole for the drunk driver who served less than 3 of his 4-year prison sentence. And they say it's because of a personal connection. KPRC Local 2 investigative reporter Robert Arnold shows us why some say the constable is giving special treatment.
4 years ago, Precinct 4 Deputy Constable Scott Claiborne was killed by a drunk driver, Donald Fincher. Claiborne's widow, Paula Henderson, says she was devastated when she learned Precinct 4 Constable Ron Hickman wrote this letter to the parole board supporting the release of the man who killed her husband.
I see this as outright betrayal. I just don't see how you can explain this.
Part of Hickman's letter to the parole board reads, "As a normal course for an incident that killed an officer, I would usually oppose an early release. But in this case, I know enough about the situation to be unable to do that."
But you've never written a letter like this before on behalf of anyone. So why this specific letter for this specific drunk driver?
Just because of the unique circumstances. I've known this boy's family. I've known him.
Hickman is a longtime friend of the Fincher family. He also serves on the advisory board of the Pearl Fincher Museum for Fine Arts. Fincher's aunt is State Representative Patricia Harless. Hickman has served as her campaign finance treasurer.
So did I do anything to infer that he should be given any special treatment? No.
Why get involved at all?
Well, obviously, being in the situation, it seemed like the thing to do because I knew both parties.
Hickman says no one from the Fincher family asked him to write that letter. He says the decision was his alone because he believes Fincher is a good man who made a tragic mistake and has since changed.
Do you understand how some officers maybe would feel betrayed by that? I mean, this is a man who killed one of your own deputy constables, and here you are supporting the man.
Actually, all I supported was that he be released at the time he was normally to be released.
Warren DeProm prosecuted Fincher. He says when he called Hickman to explain what prison sentence they were considering in exchange for a guilty plea,
he thought that the appropriate sentence would be a probation. I was somewhat startled by that.
I cannot keep that happen.
Henderson also sued Fincher in civil court.
The argument that the defendants were making was that there should be no punishment because he had been punished enough. Our position was the punishment was not severe enough.
Today, the jury in the civil trial agreed with that statement and awarded Claiborne's family more than $5.1 million. We also spoke again with Constable Hickman. He says he does not remember ever suggesting that Fincher be given probation, but added had the prosecution offered that as a sentence, he would not have opposed it. Robert Arnold, KPRC Local 2.
Now, Robert also spoke with State Representative Harless. She says she never discussed her nephew's case with Hickman and had no idea the constable wrote a letter to the parole board until after the fact.